Today I'm going to show you how to make the salmon pasta, but before I give you the list of ingredients, I'm just going to put my frying pan on the heat. I want that pan to heat up slightly so that when I start the cooking process, my pan is ready for me. For the recipe, we need some olive oil, some butter, some fish stock, which I made by boiling some salmon bones, some onions and some black pepper. But for that, we'll put a recipe on WTC for you. We need some garlic, some cream, some pasta, which has been pre-cooked, portioned in advance, some Parmesan cheese. I've got smoked salmon offcuts and I've got some salmon offcuts, half and half. I've got some chopped onions, fish spice, some black pepper and some chopped parsley. The pan will be nicely warm by now. So to that we're going to add our little bit of olive oil. Just coat the bottom of the pan. To that I'm going to add my chopped onions. We're just going to cook those until they're slightly transparent in color. While that's cooking, I'm just going to add my butter. The reason I add butter is that when I've added the cream and the whole dish comes together, the butter just gives it that little bit of extra flavor we're looking for. Right, to that I'm going to simply add my garlic. For that, all I want to do is just to let the garlic sweat for a little bit so that the flavor comes out. To that I'm now going to add my noodles. Why do I add my noodles before I add the salmon? That the noodles is going to take a lot longer to cook and heat up than what the salmon is, and I don't want to cook the salmon until it's all broken into many little pieces. To that now I'm going to add my fish stock so that the garlic and onions don't burn. I'm just going to let that come to the boil for 2 seconds. What that does is it allows the pasta just to cook a little bit and to heat up. As it is pre-cooked, it won't have to cook for that long. Once the fish stock has started to come to the boil, you can just see inside the pan it's starting to boil. To that now I'm going to add my salmon. Just going to move that around a little bit. And I add the fresh cream. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to allow the cream and fish stock to come to the boil and reduce down a little bit so that the pasta and the salmon can cook through. Then I'm going to finish the dish off and we'll plate it. Okay, as you can see, nice steam coming off the pan. We've allowed the sauce to reduce. Nice, it's still not 100%, but we've still got to finish the dish. By the time we've added the rest of the ingredients, our pasta will be ready. What we're going to simply do now is add the parsley. We're going to add our fish spice. We're going to add our Parmesan cheese. The Parmesan cheese will also help to thicken the sauce. And simply a couple of turns of black pepper. Just going to mix that through like that so you can see the nice parsley color, the salmon showing through. And we simply going to serve in this soup plate. But as you can see, I'm just wanting to keep a few pieces of salmon for the top. That doesn't look like a pasta. You can actually see the salmon. Nice big. As you can see, there's nothing left in the pan. It's not a soup that we've made. We've made a pasta dish today. And to finish that dish off, I'm simply just going to sprinkle the last bit of parsley. And there we have our salmon and smoked salmon pasta.